maybe not willy out. Today on the Edgy Veg, I'm going to show you how to make a birthday cake for your dog. A pup cake. That's more if it's a cupcake. A birthday cake for your dog's potty. Yep, I'm one of those people. James and I decided to throw a birthday party for our two rescues, Harley and Winston, because it's the first year that we had them. Obviously, we don't know when their actual birthday is, but we just used the anniversary of their adoption. So they are 3 this year, roughly, according to the adoption agency. So this is a vegan, gluten-free carrot and pumpkin cake because your dog, just like our dogs, deserve the best. It's so over the top. Subscriber of the week this week is Poppy Pictures. She left some really cute comments on our live stream about Winston falling asleep. If you want to be subscriber of the week next week, just make sure that we see you. Leave a comment on all of our videos, like our videos, follow us on social media. The links are in the description box below. And you could be subscriber of the week next week. For our dog birthday party, I just ordered some make your own decorations on Amazon. It was $20. I'll leave a link in the description box below. We got some streamers and some tassels and a happy birthday sign. And it took me like an hour to put all of that together. And then we had cake for the dogs and we had a cake for the humans. The key to any great, successful birthday party, especially a dog birthday party, is drinks for all of the humans. We made pink lemonade pupparitas. They're like margaritas, but stuck pup in the beginning of it. Yeah. We invited all of our friends with dogs and friends without dogs that love dogs. And it does help if you get dogs that you already know are going to get along so that there aren't any fights at your birthday party, because we don't want any tears at this party. We also don't want dogs mauling each other. So we kind of opted to have dogs of all similar size, except for our neighbor's dog, which is a huge English Mastiff named Penny. She's just super docile and loves smaller dogs. This dog birthday cake is a pumpkin and carrot cake. Dogs actually have a hard time digesting wheat. Once in a while it's fine, but I was a bit concerned about the other dogs there and I didn't know what everybody's dietary dog restrictions were. Or dog dietary restriction. How do I say that in a way that doesn't sound like we're eating the dogs? Dogs' dietary restrictions. So I opted for oat flour and brown rice flour, so it's completely gluten-free and easy to digest on their tummy and actually high in protein as well. The first step to our dog cake is mixing together all of the dry ingredients. So I'm using 1 cup of oat flour, 1 cup of brown rice flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. We're gonna mix that all together and set the bowl aside. In a stand mixer or a large bowl, we're now going to add all of our wet ingredients. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of flaxseed mixed with 6 tablespoons of water, and I just let that sit on the counter for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of either agave or maple syrup. I like to use a natural sugar here. We don't want a bunch of sugar in a cake for a dog. The maple syrup or agave, along with the sweetness of the carrot and the pumpkin, is enough sweetness for a dog. They're not looking for a human style cupcake. Along with 2/3 of a cup of shredded or grated carrot, which is about 1 carrot, half a cup of pumpkin puree, half a cup of applesauce, and half a cup of peanut butter. Now we're gonna add half a cup of almond milk and mix that all together. Now that we have our wet and our dry ingredients, we are slowly going to add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients and mix it along the way until it's smooth. I've decided to make this a smaller cake, so I'm using a 6-inch cake pan. I'm going to grease that with some vegan butter or coconut oil. It's really up to you. And then we are going to line it with some parchment paper. The easiest way I found to line cake tins with parchment paper is to just use the bottom of your springform pan and just use a Sharpie or a pen and just outline it. That way you can just cut it out and pop it in the bottom of your pan. We're going to do the same thing with the side of the cake pan. Again, just take the cake pan, measure the parchment around it, cut it to size, and then just fit it into the pan. Now we're going to take our batter and scoop it into the pan and put it into the oven at 350 for 60 to 80 minutes. Start checking it at 60 minutes with a toothpick or chopsticks if you have that, and if it comes out clean, take it out of the oven. If it doesn't, just keep it in and monitor it in 10-minute intervals until that toothpick comes out clean. We're doing this slow and steady because it is a gluten-free cake and they do tend to crumble and fall apart, but it's for your dog, so they don't really care about the texture, do they? Unless you have a really, really high-end picky dog. Then I can't help you. All right, while the cake is cooking, we are going to whip up a coconut yogurt and peanut butter frosting. In the bowl of your stand mixer or just a large bowl with a hand beater, we are going to mix together 1 cup of coconut yogurt, half a cup of peanut butter. Again, I use natural, unsweetened peanut butter. My dogs love it, as well as a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And this is what's going to make it look like an icing and kind of keep it firm and keep it in place. Usually when you make a human cake, you use icing sugar for this, but again, we don't want the dogs eating sugar, so we're going to use cornstarch instead. Now just beat that together until it's soft and creamy and stick it into your fridge until you're ready to ice the cake. Then take the cake out of the oven and let it sit in the pan for 15 minutes. You can let it just cool in the pan if you want, or after 10 to 15 minutes, you can just take the spring form off the side of the pan and let it sit on a cooling rack until it's completely cooled. When your cake is completely cooled, we can frost it. Now you can do this one of 2 ways. You can just take the cake as it is and frost the entire outside of the cake, or you can get super fancy and cut it in half and then frost the inside. I'm going to flip the cake upside down so it's a bit straight along the top and then just frost the entire thing. The more frosting, the better. Dogs love this frosting. All right, now you can just serve the cake as it is. I've decided to put some treats in the center on the top and a couple candles to celebrate their 3rd birthday, yay! But you can decorate it with anything that's dog friendly. I mean, if you're as terrible at decorating with icing as I am, you can just, line it with, I don't know, like milk bones or whatever treats you're giving your dogs. I found that just the simpler the better. They're a dog at the end of the day. They're gonna eat it whether it's pretty or whether it's ugly. Who cares? All right, there you have it, a birthday cake fit for your dog. Let's see if they like it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Harley.
Jack and Penny and all the dogs.
Happy birthday to you. Can you sneeze on this cake? I hope Bert's good. I think these guys had so much fun at their birthday party. I think they love their birthday cake, and I know that your dog's going to love it as well. What did you think? He never really has much to say. If you don't know that James and I are nuts and take things too far on a regular basis, now you know, because this extravagant birthday party for our dogs, I guess it's the first and last time I'm going to do that. We got some pretty funny looks from our friends about how over the top it was. All right, guys, I want to know what kind of crazy stuff you do for your dog. Have you thrown your dog a birthday party? Do you buy crazy outfits on Halloween? Do you buy crazy outfits just on a regular basis? I really want to make sure that I'm not the only crazy dog person out there. If you like this video and you want more dog recipes, give this video a big thumbs up. If you are new here or you haven't subscribed yet, please do take the time to hit that subscribe button. That way you get new videos in your inbox every single week. And I hope that we see you very soon. Bye! So nice to see you. She's busy. She'll say bye in the next video.